this one. It is the actual and factual Kim Smith and Sir Goodwin live, current events and the latest in entertainment from a Black culture perspective. Unapologetic podcast on all podcasts and social media platforms. Thanksgiving break is over. We are back to business as usual. Kim, how you feeling?
Blessed, black, and highly favored. How about yourself?
I can't complain. Did you
Because it won't
did
do
you
you no justice, right?
Did you eat well? Did you sleep well over Thanksgiving?
Oh my
Bobbing
God.
down.
I ate fantastic. My mama was in the kitchen throwing down. You know, I learned some things about Thanksgiving. I thought everybody kind of ate the same thing on Thanksgiving, but I was at the I was down to the office talking and people eat different things. So I want to know, what did y'all have for Thanksgiving?
Well, we had the traditional Thanksgiving
Okay.
dishes. Okay, we
Okay.
had
And what's that?
traditional, but I do know people who considered fried chicken as a specialty on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Spaghetti.
Yes, that's so weird
Things
to
like
me.
that.
That was when I heard.
Yeah,
What about mashed potatoes? Do y'all eat mashed potatoes?
not on Thanksgiving. We eat
What
mashed
kind of
potatoes
potatoes
on
do
a
y'all eat
Wednesday.
on
Okay,
Thanksgiving?
no, no,
I said,
no.
what type of potatoes do y'all eat on Thanksgiving?
Um, sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes.
Exactly.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
I
yeah.
heard some very strange things. I was like, what? Spaghetti? Spaghetti
Yeah,
on Thanksgiving? Where do they do that at? I was so shocked. I didn't understand.
yeah,
The
yeah.
mashed potatoes and the spaghetti threw me. I had never heard of that before. But yeah, Tanya threw down. We had dressing, sweet potatoes, mac and cheese, greens. Ooh, the good corn. Now let me ask this. I mean, you might not know. I mean, because you're not doing the cooking. But how do y'all make y'all dressing? Do y'all use Jiffy for the cornbread?
I don't like dressing, but I'm gonna
Ooh.
say probably a hard pass on that.
That's another thing I learned. I learned that people was out here using Jiffy to make their dressing. I was
And you know
like,
what? This is the Unapologetic Podcast from a Black culture perspective. We
yes,
are worldwide, and we about to hit candy worldwide in a minute. But
yes.
uh, you know, it's different in other places. And so now you're talking about dishes. I'm talking about it. No shade to anybody, my listeners and things like that. But catering is
Catering
like,
Thanksgiving?
yes, it is so popular now. It's like, oh, okay.
Oh, wow. I don't know
Yeah.
nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that. Yeah.
I
Shout
think
out
that
to
if
Tanya.
I have to go to a catered Thanksgiving dinner, you don't really have to invite me. I can stay home.
Now,
Yeah.
I have seen people do like Thanksgiving like night parties, and then like that part will be catered. But you talking about like the turkey and the ham is catered.
Thanksgiving dinner is catered.
Woo, Lord. Okay, well, I mean, I'm not gonna knock it or whatever. I don't know if that'll ever be me, but I mean, I guess to each his own. All right. I
Yeah,
mean, I don't.
yeah,
Yeah, to each his own. That's new. That's
yeah.
new.
Well, all right. Well, Kim, let's get into it. Candy and Todd did spend Thanksgiving together. He
Mm-hmm.
did make the picture. Uh, this breaking news happened, of course, right after the show is over.
Of
What were
course.
your thoughts? What were you surprised? And what is going up with the prenup? The actual factual Kim Smith.
Well, you want to know what? When this divorce was announced, like, I don't want to say I was like, oh my God, I never seen that coming, because that would be a lie. Now, as far as the prenup talk, the full custody of the kids and things like that, from my understanding, Todd is basically, he's not downing her as a mother. He's basically saying that she travels and stuff so much that the kids are always in his care anyway. And so he's filing for full custody. Now, a lot of people have put two and two together. Basically, if he gets full custody, then he gets what? He gets child support. So that could be, you know, an angle that he's going at, not for sure. But was I surprised by any of this? No. But Kandi had great lawyers that drafted this prenup, so I don't think anybody should be worried. I think Todd is going to get exactly what he's supposed to per the prenup.
Yeah. A lot of people were surprised. I was
really?
not. I mean, from the beginning, there has been turmoil. I'm surprised it lasted this
11
long.
years.
You know, time flew by. Mama Joyce has been on. She said, "I'm gonna be on your ass, baby." She said, "I'm watching you." So, Mama Joyce, you know, 12, 13 years later, is still a problem. And I think that the biggest thing is that they've always invited people into their bedroom.
Yes.
And I think that is doomed to fail when you do that. You know, I've just told people, you know, we're not animals. You know, we're different than animals. You know, animals can do that type of stuff. Most of us are just not equipped to handle that and let it sustain.
Right.
And so, you know, we hear about Kandi is now with the girl that they was messing with. We're hearing about Todd having somebody pregnant and all that
now,
type
they
of
did
stuff.
put out a joint statement saying that the pregnancy part was not true. That was a joint statement from both of them. Yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, whatever. The divorce is true.
Yeah. That part.
So, I mean, and they got the young kids.
Yeah.
You know, I just stop getting married. I just want y'all to stop getting everybody. Just stop. Just stop getting married. Especially when you got that money. When you got that money, just stop getting married, and we won't have to worry about stuff like this.
Well, I mean, you know, you remember what Aunt Bertha said? Maybe it's a scheme that Todd set up. I said, I wonder how many times he got that in his inbox when they filed the divorce. I said, I guarantee about 1,000 plus of the messages was just that.
Yes. So we know. I guess we keep the Black family, the Black love in our prayers, and everything will work out. He'll be, if he's not rich, he'll be rich after this. And
Todd is rich. They made a lot of money together. Like now, one thing, Todd was not stupid. I'm pretty sure that Todd drafted contracts and made sure that, you know, he got his half of all of their businesses, all of their ventures and things like that. Todd is not broke at all. So that's what I'm saying. I don't really believe the whole challenging of the prenup or him saying like, oh, I was under duress or anything like that. I think both of them are very, very well off. Now, like I said, I do think the full custody thing is related to child support. But I think that in the sense, because Kandi is always traveling, working, touring, all of that, I think he looks at it as like, well, I'm going to have the kids anyway. So why shouldn't I get child support? And I agree with him. If he's going to have the kids 75% of the time, he's owed child support.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll let the actual factual keep us posted on this. I'm pretty sure this will drag out well into 2026, and hopefully there's around to get off to get the inside. Netflix. Wow. You know, I think that I've been hearing about this in the streets, but didn't know that this was actually something that was becoming.
And
it is becoming, and it is now here. The Reckoning. Sean P. Diddy calls with the executive producer Curtis 50 Cent
50
Jackson,
Cent.
one of the
Jesus.
pettiest people in
Yes.
the world and on
Your
the
cancer
planet.
brother, right? Your cancer
My
brother.
cancer brother.
Your
My
cancer brother.
cancer brother. I'll fight
Mhm.
this. I'll fight this every week. I'll fight the pettiness every week that I
Oh
come
God.
on this show and I'm on this platform,
Mm-hmm.
that reaches masses. We don't know who's watching, we don't know who's listening, but every week I could really go there and be that
Oh
petty
God.
cancer. However,
Mm-hmm.
have you started watching The Reckoning, Kim?
I have not, and I really don't know if it's on my list of things to do. I've been
Oh wow.
hearing about the clips. I've been hearing so a lot of people were saying like, oh, watch it quickly because his attorneys are going to get it taken down and things like that because it's never before seen footage. Well, come to find out, the reason that there's never before seen footage is because there was a camera guy that was hired by his like camera guy that had been with him for years. Now, the camera guy that had been with him for years, something came up and he couldn't record while all of this was happening. Now, I don't know why Diddy was recording days before he went to jail and all of that. And so this particular guy that came in, I guess, was never paid for his work. And so he ends up selling the footage to 50 Cent now. So yeah, they can't take it down because it wasn't like it was stolen or it was something like that. He didn't get paid for his product and he sold it to the highest bidder. So yeah, I've heard that it's some very disturbing things in here. I heard that Misa, I guess, is really upset about some things that have come out in the doc. Some people are very shocked by the people that are on this doc. I guess like Eric Sermon being one of those people. But, I think I'll wait for everybody else to watch it and then I'll read some of the comments. And if it's worth my time, I might sit down. What about you?
I think that I'm going to figure out if I have Netflix or not. And
oh my God.
I'm going to put it. I'm just gonna put it in the voice remote. I don't like watching stuff on my phone and on my laptop, so I am gonna watch this just to be in the know, just to report back, especially since you haven't watched it. But one of my cousins watched it and she said that it's good. She couldn't turn it off. So, and the thing about it, it's just crazy how America kind of works now, where people are mad at 50 Cent. What are you mad at 50 Cent?
People are really mad at 50 Cent for 50 Cent told y'all months ago he was putting this out. Clearly, I guess everybody thought he was playing. And so people are really upset with him. But I guess people don't realize that 50 Cent is really upset with Puffy for offering to take him shopping. That's where the beef originally stemmed from. He said Diddy called him at an ungodly hour and invited him for him to take him shopping. And I feel like that 50 Cent has been pissed ever since.
I'm not going to expound on this very far, but, I was disrespected recently by a friend. And I don't know how to. I don't have to respond, but I think that it might have, messed things up permanently. Like there's permanent damage.
Wow.
So, I understand, and I'm a Cancer. We're very emotional. You're a Pisces. We're water. We're emotional creatures. And
but my cutoff is swift and straight to the point. I don't get no feelings involved. We done.
Yeah, but I step on your neck. My feelings will be gone. I ain't got to talk to you, but I still want to step on your neck.
I walk by you like you don't exist.
Yeah, I walk by you like you want to exist, but I still beat you up on social media or on a podcast.
Get it on out. Well, I'm here to support. But yeah,
I
well,
ain't gonna
you
tell
go
you
to
a
ask
secret.
your so you go ahead and you ask your voice remote if you have Netflix. I'm pretty sure you do. All households have at least Netflix. And then you report back to let me know if this is worth me sitting down watching.
Yeah, I've always thrown you some good stuff,
You
So
have.
yeah.
Yes.
Um, Diddy and Diddy and Ray J is one of those just two of those
Ooh.
people. It's just like, just give me the money. We talk about that all the time. Just give me the money. So Ray J calls out Jay-Z and Beyonce, claim they never show love to Brandy when they attend the shows. I don't know if you have the picture with Patti LaBelle, with Brandy, Monica, Kelly Rowland, Solange. All of them were at one of the tour stops for The Boy Is Mine. Now,
Yes.
all of them met in the hallway. There were cameras everywhere. People had their phone out.
Yeah.
Beyonce, Monica, Kelly, Solange, and 81-year-old Patti LaBelle were in the hall with a whole bunch of
Mhm.
people, their stylists, their hairdressers, everybody, after the show. Fine.
Yes.
Where's Brandy? Brandy,
I mean, I get it. I agree. I never even looked at
Brandy,
it like that, but that's so true.
Brandy is in her dressing room. Okay.
Yeah.
She is not out mingling with the people. And if she did come out, the cameras, I feel like the cameras would have picked her up at some point outside with the people. So what did Patti LaBelle do? Patti LaBelle went to Brandy's dressing room,
Yeah.
got pictures and videos with Brandy. Patti
Mm-hmm.
LaBelle and Brandy, of course, did a show together. A Star with Queen Latifah. What was the show?
Oh yeah, Patti LaBelle was
Yeah, Patti LaBelle was Queen Latifah and Brandy's mother.
in
Um,
that.
and so they have a history
Yeah.
together. Um, and Patty is not one of them celebrities that's Hollywood, so she probably didn't have a problem going to Brandy's locker room, dressing room. Beyonce
Mhm.
not going to knock on Brandy's door.
I agree.
Beyonce is Beyonce. Jay-Z is not doing that. And
Mhm.
Solange, we know she ain't. She's sticking with her sister. So
You better be happy Solange came out, period.
right, that's my
Yeah.
cancer sister. So
Yes.
Brandy, Ray J, go out there with the people.
Yeah.
But this is just a testament of what we have talked about over the years, what the people have said about Brandy being a diva and
Yep.
being the B word. And
Yes.
you come to me. You are not Whitney Houston, Brandy. You're not.
This honestly broke my heart when I seen him jump online and, start this ridiculous ass beef. And then also, now they said her account was hacked, but, somebody says that she responded something to one of Beyonce's fan pages or something like that. But I didn't think about it in that light about her coming out in the hallway, but it is very true. Watching all the videos and stuff like that, Monica and Kelly be moving around that arena. Like they be out greeting the people, saying hi, taking pictures or whatever. I've literally only seen Brandy a couple of times, you know what I mean? Out, moving around at the concert. And so I totally agree. Like, okay, good and well it got to her dressing room that Beyonce was in the building. Beyonce is in the hallway. So just like Monica got up and came out, you know what I mean? Like you said, just how Patty got up and came out, she could have did the same thing. But Brandy being Brandy, she, of course, more than likely felt like it was beneath her and this, that, and the third. And I love Brandy. I literally want to preference, what I'm about to say. That literally I bought that concert ticket. I love Monica Down, but Brandy is who I grew up to. Brandy is who stayed on repeat in my room. And so
while you were sitting up in your
setting up in my room, right? But it kills me that the diva part still keeps jumping out. Of course, the Chicago show is the main point of this, but even little stuff like this shows you Brandy has not changed at all. Like She still thinks she's beyond it. She still thinks that she's the biggest star. And sweetie, it is 2025, not 1995.
Hello.
I mean, come on. Patty looked so good though. She really did.
That's my girl. You
Now
know that's
Patty
my
looked
girl.
amazing.
And,
Yeah.
and she go and support her and Monica have a relationship, her and Brandy have a relationship, her and Kelly went out there and sang with Kelly. You know, Brandy, come on. Just
Yeah,
stop.
you got to get your ass off your
And
shoulder.
that's why I didn't want to go see them. I'm so glad I didn't go to the United Center show. And so I would go, I'm here in Vegas residency.
Yep.
I would go to Vegas for that and put something else with it. I'm not going just for that because Brandy, I ain't got time for Brandy.
That is
Social
so
like
crazy.
Janae, who does not usually agree with me, agrees with me watching us live on Instagram. Yeah. By Miosha. Messy Ocean.
But no, that's so crazy that you said that. We literally just said last night that like we would go see them in Vegas. Like, because you know, we didn't get the Whitney tribute, we didn't get The Boy Is Mine, we didn't get any of that in Chicago. So I truly feel like I need to watch the concert all over again to get the real feel.
Yeah. So continue with the Boy Is Mine tour, is doing great all around the country. But Money Long, and I like Money Long. She got a couple of nice songs. It's having some health issues right now, and it's being replaced by Maya, who stole the show anyway. Did you get a chance to see Money Long?
Yeah, you know, Money Long was there when we were there. Don't forget, we were only number 3. So we were the third show they did. So we thought that it was kind of odd that Money Long really didn't get up at all. She literally kind of sat her entire set. And now we know why. So Money Long, of course, was diagnosed with lupus a couple years ago. And yeah, so she was diagnosed with lupus a couple years ago. And she was really fighting through. So, you know, she was off for a couple of weeks. Maya came in, she came back. And then I think the show before this last one, I guess she almost fainted on stage. So like her dancer had to come and take her jacket and stuff off. And, you know, one thing I will say, she was a trooper. Like, she literally looked it like she was finna pass out, and she still sung through it. And I think after the doctor said, I think you're done. And so she officially put out a statement that she was leaving the tour.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we wish good health to Money Long, good songwriter. And, you know, Maya, we like Maya. And,
I mean, I love Maya. I told you, we seen Maya. We seen Maya down there. What's that? What is that? Tinley Park or something like that? No, where was her and Escape them at? We seen her down there, and when I tell you, baby did her thing. Yeah,
Maya's good. Stop singing Lady Marmalade. We want her to stop singing Lady Marmalade, but other than that,
why? What's wrong with that?
Just sing your verse, your soft verse. Ain't no need to go. It's serious.
She can't sing everything.
We don't. Stay in your lane, Maya. But Maya is celibate and looking good in her mid to late 40s. You know, she says
Maya
no marriage,
amazing.
No kids, no drama.
I know that's right.
We'll get back to that in Kim's Corner. Burna Boy, I know some people who were excited about going to see Burna Boy.
Really?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you one song of his, but he canceled. He canceled the shows, canceled a few more shows. The actual factual Kim Swift, there is something behind this, a story behind this, that from Chicago, from the United States to Africa. What's going on with Burna Boy?
So a couple weeks back at a Burna Boy show, a girl fell asleep. Okay. She fell asleep in the audience, and he caught on to the fact that she fell asleep. He put her out of the concert because she fell asleep. And then it went downhill from there. It went downhill from there. So, I mean, leave people alone in the audience. Maybe he's just not a good performer, and somebody, maybe he has a lot of yes people around him, and nobody has told him that he sucks as a performer. I don't know.
Well, yeah, Burner Boy, you need to get it together, sir. We don't like cancellations and having to get refunds and all that, and leave these people alone. There's been so many reports of performers getting mad at the audience now when they're not participating. And you just have to remember that times are different now. Everybody gonna be on their phone. I remember sitting at the Chris Brown concert, and the girl right in front of me to the left, she edited a picture for 2 hours while the concert was going. So she was editing the picture, and then she would get up and dance and blah, blah, take another video, then edit. You done missed the whole show. What are you doing? Get in the moment. Put the phone away. It gets on my nerves that these people will not put the phone away. Wow.
No, that's insane. You editing during the concert is wild. Now, I know, like, I will go, live at that moment. I'll take a quick picture or something like that. But sitting down and then editing it for 30 minutes before I post it, absolutely not. Now, if I done paid my good money, and I don't like to pay for concerts. So, I'm just saying.
Yeah. Brittany Janae watching us live on Instagram. She said, Maya, no meat, literally and figuratively.
Maya said she don't went down to that island and found her some peace. Do you hear me?
Shout out to Maya. So Usher's good friend, Mr. Brian Michael Cox, is being sued by Usher, but they still seem to keep this friendship remaining. The actual and factual Kim Smith, let us know what's going on.
So I think this was one of those things where it was like grab the headlines or whatever. So Usher is suing. Usher is suing basically the group that Brian Michael Cox was a part of that borrowed money from him, that they borrowed this money in order to open a lounge in Atlanta. Now, I don't know why Usher thought that Atlanta needed another lounge. I'm not really sure. But I guess over a year had went by and nothing had been done. So like the place had not been bought, no renovations or anything had been started. And so, now he has to sue the group to get his money back. And Brian Michael Cox wanted people to know that him and Usher are fine. This was a business deal that went bad. And, Usher get his money back and everything will be okay.
All right. Well, that's a positive spin to what seems to be from the headline, something that could be damaging to Brian Michael Cox and their friendship. You remember we had a story not too long ago about Chris Brown and Usher and falling out and getting into it at the club and stuff. So, And then
look, he brought him out on stage. Remember?
Right.
Chris Brown, Brown brought him out on stage in Atlanta. I mean, like I said, this is one of those things where it's like, should you ask your rich friends for money? You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be facetious or anything like that, but then it does end up like this. And Brian Michael Cox is the story because Brian Michael Cox has been around Usher since Usher was a teenager, right?
Yeah.
So it's just easier to pluck him out of the group.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see what happens with this later on as well. Childish Gambino, Donald Glover suffered a stroke. People are getting these strokes in their 30s and 40s now.
Yeah.
Go to the doctor.
Stress.
Listen to your body. That's one of the things that you can do. I know strokes can be silent, but you have to listen to your body. Kim, what happened to Mr. Gambino, and is he okay?
Yeah, so this happened actually last year when he was touring. He had a really bad headache the night before, fought his way through the concert. I think they got to Texas the next day and the headache got worse. And eventually he went to the ER where they told him he had suffered a stroke. Like you said, not listening to your body, stress, moving around too much, things like that. I think that everything is so chaotic these days and everybody is moving a million miles a minute, right? So like, can you honestly think of the last time that you really just sat in your house and did nothing? I bet majority of people couldn't pick the last day they've done that, right? And so I think this is just one of those things where he, like you said, his body basically just gave out. Like it was just like, well, if you won't sit down, I will sit you down. Yeah.
And but I mean, now we should expect more from Childish Gambino, who is a good actor and musical artist.
Yeah, I mean, bring back Atlanta, right? Like one of the best shows ever.
Oh wow, never watched it.
Oh my goodness gracious, you got to learn how to stream. Learn how to stream. You're missing everything. But no, Atlanta was absolutely before its time. It was absolutely amazing.
You know, if I didn't do this podcast, I would really just love to disconnect from everything. You know, it's so much. It's too much. And now when you add, you know, politics in it and the politics of everything, you know, it really makes me sad. You know, being an American and being human. You know, a lot of it, it's just so sad when you on your phone and when you get on the TV screen. So if anything, I'm going to disconnect, not add. And speaking of disconnecting, yeah. Speaking of disconnecting, Procazell is going to disconnect for the next 14 years, and because it's federal, he's going to serve every minute of that sentence. I learned that from the actual factual Kim Smith. Hopefully got a couple of dollars to feed the Fugees that do many tour dates. I don't even know if they did any. But
wow. I mean, yeah, I don't think that tour ever started, did it?
I don't think it started either.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think that tour ever started. I think that it was announced, and then it was announced that he was going to jail, and that was it. But so he has been convicted of funneling illegal millions of dollars through the 2012 Obama presidential campaign fund. He was convicted of a foreign influencer scheme that included illegal lobbying, witness tampering, and perjury. My God. Okay. He was found guilty of secretly channeling money from Malaysia financier Joe Low to President Obama's 2012 re-election campaign. So he was basically found guilty of illegal lobbying. So he will definitely be serving all these 14 years.
Yeah.
Every single one.
Just give me the money. Just
give you the money.
Give me your money.
Don't know what to do with it.
And give me your talent. Just give me your talent too. Just give me your talent too. I mean, 14 years. I just couldn't imagine it. So, and Lauryn Hill's not answering the phone. Now Wyclef's not answering the phone either.
Someone please call 911.
Hello, okay. Go until November, okay?
Oh my God! 14 Novembers.
Right.
Well, Remy say 14 summits.
Yeah, 2040. We'll see you in 2040. Procazell. And Trump will be long gone, and he's about 80, so he'll probably be dead by that time. So you won't be able to get any pardons. There will not be any pardons, Mr. Procazell, by Donald Trump. Not anything. Well, he was going against Obama, right?
No, he was. Proz was funneling campaign funds through his re-election fund.
Okay.
Yeah, so he was riding.
Trump not about to be bothered with you.
No,
Trump not about to be bothered with you. But then they said Proz had some stuff going on with China too. I read. So Proz, I don't know.
It was the Malaysian. It was the Malaysian businessman that he was doing the deal with.
Oh, okay. Well, Wow, prize. Wow. Where's Lord? As Charles Barkley would, as Charles Barkley would say, Lauren Hill rolling over in her grave right now.
Oh Lord. Okay, I can't. Mm-mm.
He always say if he always like Hakeem Olajuwon and Kenny Smith were teammates. So whenever
Uh-huh.
Kenny Smith do something, he would say Hakeem Olajuwon is rolling over in his grave, but Hakeem is still alive. So that's
It's
what
still
makes
alive. Exactly. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Charles Barkley is a fool. Mm-hmm.
Mr. Trump has pardoned a guy who was a troublemaker on January 6th and has now been arrested for molesting an 11-year-old boy. Sometimes you got to leave well enough alone. You don't
Talk about
always got to, always got to go using your pen and your power to do certain things. If he was one of the ones that made it to jail,
it.
he's
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be there. So
Just
let's
leave him.
see what you gonna do now after getting this news, Mr. Trump. So this is a true story. I was hoping you would say this wasn't a true story.
Oh no, this is definitely a true story. Andrew Paul Johnson, 44, was arrested in Tennessee back in August and extradited back to Florida. He is convicted, as you said, of molestation of an 11-year-old boy. He was extradited on lewd Leviticus molestation charges, and this fool was basically trying to pay off the family. He was trying to silence the victims with his January 6th payout. I don't know why these people will be getting payouts. But of course, that did not work. And he was arrested and extradited back to Florida. So this is a true story.
Wow. It's a sad story. It's a sad story, and I hope that we get some news about why he got some money, a payout. Why was he paid out?
I have no clue, but that was literally his story, that he was hoping for his January 6th payout check, and that's what he was going to silence the family with. Why are these people getting payouts? Why is this not front page news? Why is this not running on CNN? This is how you know that the news now is literally just for clickbait, because that should have definitely been part of the story. If January 6th rioters that have been pardoned by Trump are getting any type of payouts, where is that money coming from and why are they getting it?
Juan Orlando Hernandez has been pardoned by your president, Donald Trump. And, I'm, we have these politics shows, and go check them out. They're really, really good. They're really good, and they're real. Okay.
Yeah.
Show on all podcast platforms and all social media platforms, but on YouTube. You go to YouTube, you get a nice quality video. And Mr. Trump is bombing Venezuelan drug ships or boats in the Caribbean. Okay. Now, horrible thing. They shouldn't be trying to smuggle, that's the word they like to use, into the United States. So that's the consequence that you pay. Okay.
Well, but that's the whole thing. They don't even know if there's any drugs on the boats.
True.
They don't know at all.
But that's what he's going with. But then you pardon Mr. Hernandez, who we know was bringing drugs into the United States of America. Can somebody make it make sense? Ian Chappelle.
Not where it's Ian. You need Ian to break it down for you? You need Ian to break it down for you? Is that what it is?
Why do you pardon this man?
I cannot this man was sentenced to 45 years. 45 years for smuggling and trafficking drugs. Here, the same place that they're bombing the boat, saying that they are bringing it here. But yeah, he pardoned this man in less than a year, and now he gets to walk free from a 45-year sentence. I can't.
Y'all voted for him.
That's it. That's all.
Y'all voted for him. Y'all voted for him. Big fat slob. There is no integrity in the office of president, in the White House. This is a circus. This is a complete circus. That he is calling these people out their names, being completely disrespectful to women while pardoning drug addicts and potentially causing war against a country that is just already just falling apart, wasting money. It is just, it's really sad. It's just sad. And we haven't even did a year yet, Kim. We're not even at a year.
It is literally still just December. It is literally just December, the top of December. Him calling somebody fat and a slob, it really makes me think that they have taken all the mirrors down at the White House. I don't think he knows how he looks. Like, that is my only recourse as to why he would feel so confident in calling Pritzker a fat slob. Because it's like, sir, have you looked in the mirror lately? But maybe not, because maybe that is a thing that all mirrors have to be taken down so he does not see himself.
Yes.
The nerve.
Wow. And then the checks.
I can't.
Yeah, what happened here? What happened here? Now you said it. You said that this may not be the real deal. You said this.
I told you that this was a scheme that Todd set up down at the White House. That Todd set up down at the White House. Now, of course, they are claiming that this story is false, that, they are going to get around to giving them the real checks. Then they said, well, they had to vet people because you had to make sure that you didn't miss a day. You showed up, you weren't late, all of that. So basically, as we said before, this was nothing but a publicity stunt. And now, of course, if I'm one of those workers and you pull my ass up on stage and then I take my ass down to the Fifth Third to cash this check and the teller look at me and say that they're not going to be able to do it, we got a problem.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell everybody that's going to listen. Yeah.
It is just sad. It's sad. That's what I say. You're not about to add. We're not adding anymore where I have to watch on TV into my phone. I want to subtract. See, if I was in my room right now, I have my Bible right here. That's all I need. Just give me my Bible.
It's your Bible. That's all you need.
All I need is my Bible. Oh my God. Well, Melania, I don't know where Melania is. Melania does a good job staying as far away from Trump and the cameras as possible. She is not one of those first ladies that that you want to see at all. She knows she's an immigrant. She knows her past. She don't speak English very well. So she said, you know what? Leave me out. She don't even live in the White House, does she?
You said what?
Does she live in the White House? I don't even know if I know she was fighting living in the White House.
She's supposed to have her own wing, but can't nobody confirm that she's there. Melania said, look, I am here against my will. I will be here until Glory calls him home. And then I'm going to disappear with all his money out of the spotlight. Because if you ain't paid attention, if Trump ain't done nothing else in this White House, Trump done made millions. Okay, billions almost, because that was the whole plot and the plan in the first place anyway. Get in office and then run these people's money. So Melania said, you know what? I can't leave until he go. Fine. But let me tell you something. I'm taking Barron and all those millions right along with me when I leave.
Yeah. and hopefully she survives.
Which is
That's
true.
the
Which is very true.
that's he. I think what what's her name? Ivanka is buried in the golf course. So
Yes. Fell down them steps on accident,
yeah.
allegedly.
Oh, another. We
Um,
done found the title of this show. It's a scheme. It's all a scheme.
it's all a scheme that Todd set up.
It's all right. So Cory Booker is doing what we've been talking about in Kim's Corner, which comes up in a little bit, and what we've been talking about with Terrence J of lately. He has gotten married. First of all, I hate to be like this, but I am almost so against marriage right now, and
Oh
against
my goodness!
people with money getting married. I just don't understand it, and it just really does not benefit the man most of the time. But anyway. Cory Booker is getting married to Alexis Lewis, and they are how many years apart? Almost 30, 20 to 30?
18.
18 years apart. What are your thoughts
18.
on this, Kim?
18 years apart. Her name is Alexis Lewis. They got married, I think weekend before last, in DC. And he claims that they were introduced to each other by a mutual friend. She is out of the spotlight. She's a real estate agent, and they are happy. Me personally, I think this is all setting up for something political. Maybe not vice president or something like that, but like I feel like Cory wants to be something in the cabinet. And I think it has been long said that men do better in the polls when they have a family. And I think that Cory is getting to the age where he knew him in this bachelor life was not going to come off great to his constituents. And I think this young lady came around at the right time.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They say men do not get married out of love. They get married out of convenience. And I think that this is exactly what this was. Like he knew he needed to make this step, and she fits the profile.
Okay. Yikes.
You've never heard that before?
Yeah, I have, but look.
I don't think it's a dig. I think it's true. A lot like you have been voicing for the last 47 minutes. Don't get married. It is known that most men do not get married out of love. They get married out of convenience. And I mean, I think if that's their prerogative, have at it.
I would say men with money, with lots of money, maybe get married for convenience. Even then, it's just like, why do it?
Because he can't go nowhere politically without it.
Yeah, I get it. I get it that we're still in that type of society.
Oh yeah,
but definitely moving away from it. With this next generation.
No, not with politics.
It's coming up. Well, yeah, they gonna die eventually. I mean. They got enough money. They got enough money to go sleep in the freezer and stuff. They got all this stuff. Yeah. They being cloned and stuff. They living. But some of these people they gonna die on out, and these politicians are getting younger as well. So I'm pretty sure that will change. I mean, eventually we're going to see a high profile gay person or couple. All that type of stuff.
Pete Buttigieg.
Yeah, Buttigieg. What is he? He's
Pete Buttigieg.
What's his title?
Well, he was over transportation in the Biden administration after he dropped out of the race. But I think if anybody has a chance, it'll be Pete.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pete is. Okay. Yeah, it'll be Pete.
Okay. So here, Mary Cosby is from Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and her son is and her son is his wife is filing for divorce, and he's also in jail. The actual factual Kim Smith, please tell us about this story with Mary Cosby and about Jen Shaw. Go ahead.
Oh, perfect. So it seems like this actually happened when she was at BravoCon, right? So like that's the part that sucks. Like the story dropped when she was at BravoCon. It seems like that him and his now soon to be ex-wife, it seems like they've had domestic disputes in the past. It seems like that he had put his hands on her previous times before. That's why the restraining order was there. He violated the restraining order and attacked her. I guess her father tried to step in, and I guess that went, left or something like that. And then he was arrested, and he will actually stay in custody until February when his trial comes back up. Now I do not watch Salt Lake City, so I don't really know, a lot about Mary Cosby or Crosby, however you say her name, and how she raised her kids. But I hope that this boy gets the help that he needs, because at BravoCon, I guess it came out that him and drugs have a very difficult relationship. So,
hey, I got that.
And then as far as Jen Shaw, it seems like Jen Shaw will be coming home fairly soon, should I say. But Andy has made it very clear that she will not, and I mean, repeat, will not be back on the Housewives at all. Now, I didn't really watch Jen Shaw, so I don't know why Andy does not like this woman. Maybe, she lied too much. Now, her scandal was something crazy from my understanding. I think that she was arrested for fraud dealing with like older people, if I remember correctly. So maybe Andy thinks that, that's a bit too much for the brand to actually bring her back to something like this. So, I can understand him saying like, hey, like the buck stops here. So, I mean, it is what it is. She, from my understanding, I heard that she was kind of a bully. I heard that she punched one of the cast members or something like that. And then they lied about it for seasons. And then it finally came out that she was the one that punched her and crazy shit like that. But no Jen Shaw return on the Housewives at all, per Andy Cohen. And sticking with Housewives, Mia Thornton was arrested for stealing furniture. And I think this is the most asinine thing that I have ever heard. It's very hard to be shocked by Mia, but I really was shocked by Mia. Mia got arrested for stealing $11,000 of basically stage furniture. When you go to these condos, houses, things like that, like some of them are like ready to move in as is. And that means that it's being staged, and you have the option to pay additional funds, and you can keep the stuff that is in the condo, the house, or whatever. For whatever reason, when Mia packed up to move, she packed up these people's furniture like it was hers, knowing good and well that it was not hers. And maybe she thought like, maybe, she thought like nobody's going to care, like it's no big deal. But they definitely thought that it was a big deal, and they arrested her ass because she stole $11,000 worth of these people's furniture. So Mia was arrested. She got out, and then she got online with her birthday pictures and wanted to let y'all know that life was fabulous and she was okay, and this was just a glitch. This is not a glitch. Once they get you down to the police station, that is it. Okay. And I think this was also something like her trying to get back on the show or something like that, because she never not wanted to be on the show. I think she just thought that she was too big for the show and that they would not fire her no matter what. But she learned very quickly that Andy Cohen has one thing. If you do not stay and finish the reunion, or if you walk out, or if you anything like that, Andy Cohen does not have anything else to say to you because he be pissed. Staying in Potomac, I love how people love to follow the Grand Dame. You know, Karen did it first. Karen was on the soap opera Beyond the Gates, the black soap. I hope people are really watching that. Two of my good girlfriends love it. They watch it every day. So clearly it must be good. But I have not had the time to watch it as of yet. And it is on my list of things to do. But Giselle and Wendy made guest appearances on Beyond the Gates. But again, like I said, please do not forget that Karen Huger did it first. I know that most of you, feel like that Karen Huger should not be, praised or anything like that for what she had going on. But I mean, hey, she is the one that brought the soap to the housewives. So it kind of is what it is, right?
Yeah. Why did Mia join RHOA?
She didn't. She thought she was. I think that's why she moved to Atlanta, but she was not cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a little shocked by that. I thought that she would join the cast.
Yeah, no. And then we just talked about Beyond the Gates with Giselle and Wendy. You know who did it first? Like I just said, you know the Grand Dame was on Beyond the Gates first.
I saw that.
Yeah. She was on Beyond the Gates first. I mean, she was on one of the first episodes, but it is what it is. Now this was a great story. Chadwick received his Hollywood Walk of Fame star presented to his wife and his family. I thought that was absolutely fantastic. It's very hard to still remember that, like, he has literally been gone like 5 years now. Michael B. Jordan was there. Letitia Wright was there to help his family receive the star. Very beautiful ceremony, very beautiful words by Michael B. Jordan. Oh, especially Ryan Coogler. Ryan Coogler had me crying because he was crying. But very happy that this happened for his family. And if anybody deserves it, it is especially him. So that was very good to see. Now, I do not know why AI is taking over the way that it has, because now everybody thinks everything that they see is real. And so this post, this ad for Louis Vuitton popped up on the internet, and this was supposed to be the Olsen twins. And everybody was losing their minds because they could not believe that the Olsen twins would pose for this picture. And they could not believe that the Olsen twins would pose for this picture, but come to find out that this is AI generated. The Olsen twins did not.
Thank you.
The Olsen twins did not pose for this picture. This is not really them. And I really need the AI to stop.
I hate AI.
I hate it. Yeah.
Even though it is convenient for certain things, I just, you take your brain out of it and then you come up with stupid stuff like this. And it's just like, come on.
But a lot of people thought this was real.
I thought it was real. I mean, it may not be too far off.
I mean, look, they might look like this without makeup. I'm not trying to say that they don't, but I'm just saying, like, in what world would they have? What would be the reason for them to want to pose for this?
Right. Well, they get a check. They get a check from Louis Vuitton and some free Louis, and get some free Louis merchandise. That might be the reason why. I mean, if that's how you look, that's how you look.
I mean, yikes.
Yeah. And
I want people to stop shaving off their eyebrows. I don't know why that is a thing. I don't know why people want to continue to do it, but you need eyebrows, sis. Please leave them alone. Like, I don't care if they small. Just stop shaving off your eyebrows. It is not high fashion. You look like an alien, and it does not look good. Please stop.
I think I would rather have no eyebrows than have the ones that are just too gaudy and all big and all different colors with these big
No.
old eyelashes like this is like they the head of the circus. So I don't know.
You
I
call
rather
them snuffleupagus. Do you remember that character from back in the day? That's what they look like, right? Snuffleupagus.
yes.
If you're
Oh
too
my
young
God.
to understand that reference, Google it.
Yeah. Portugal is a place that I've always wanted to go to, but I
Really?
don't think
Okay.
that I'll ever make it because I had that long old flight. But
Mm-mm.
I think that they came up with something good here because as I'm sitting here right now, you see
Yeah.
me coming off
Mm-hmm.
a camera.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I
Life
got
happens.
stuff right,
Life happens.
contacted me after my office hours are from 9
To
to 5.
5. What's
Okay.
my office hours?
Okay. So
9 to 5. Okay.
I think Portugal, and I love my boss. He would laugh at me if I said this, okay? But this is like, wow, okay?
Yeah.
They got so right. Don't contact me. It's over. It's over.
They made it illegal. They said and the only time that they are allowed to reach out is if they consider it an emergency, but then they have to prove that it's an emergency.
Yeah.
Which to
Don't.
me makes sense and should be that way all the time because most jobs always preach what? Life work balance, right? Like
Yeah.
every job that you start, you sit in a room and they tell you how, they understand how you have a personal life and things like that, and they respect it and all of these things. And then you'll look up and it's like 10 p.m. and somebody's asking you a question. It's like, but wait a minute. Why are you asking me a question if you know this is my personal time?
Yeah. And so now we need to take the cell phone number spot off the application. No, you don't need my cell phone number, okay?
Oh, they be trying. Everybody be trying to get that cell number. Oh, do I have your cell? No. My
I
whole
don't have
office,
one.
only 2 individuals have my cell phone. If one more person run down, oh, did you want to exchange? No. If you need me, Teams me. And that means if you Teams me, I will get back to you when I want to. Okay?
That's right. And most of the time, that's the next day. Okay.
That part. When I log in and I get my coffee. Not when I just log in, when I get my coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've been talking about the ever-changing times. And, a lot of things have changed where, back in the day, gang members wouldn't hurt kids or parents or things like that. We know that has now changed.
I mean, look at the shooting in California.
Yes.
Yeah.
But now, when firefighters are being held up, people are intentionally running into police cars and twerking on police cars.
Oh, wow.
There's zero respect for authority. And it is just, it's sad. It's really sad. And right here in Chicago, firefighters were held up on Diversity. And where was that? Diversity in Pulaski on the northwest side.
So
and
they
you would think. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say
you would think that it wouldn't happen on the northwest side. When you look at this headline, you would be like, you take the northwest side, you would automatically think it was on the south or west side. But go ahead, the actual facts with Kim Smith.
But what happened is that car thieves was breaking into cars on the street, and they just so happened to try to carjack one of the firefighters' cars. And so the firefighters came out to run down on them, and then they were held at gunpoint. So still insane, right? But like you said, lack of authority, lack of respect, all of the above. I don't know where it has went.
Yeah, it's really sad. And so,
Yeah.
when I say I want to disconnect, when I say I want to scale back, when I say I'm in my house, they say what you do, what you do Thanksgiving. I went to my grandma's house and I went home.
I
And
know that's
thank
right.
God, well, not thank God for the snowstorm, but we had a snowstorm. So I had to
Yes.
stay in the house and you had food. So you didn't have to go out and worry about it. You had food. You had food for Thanksgiving. So I was able to stay in my house, watch the Bears win, and
Oh.
watch
Mhm.
football, watch basketball, eat well, uh, and stay out of trouble,
Yeah.
because I got some for them if they come into my house.
Oh yeah, something
Oh,
totally different.
yeah, yeah.
Something totally different.
We're now in Kim's corner.
Are we now?
I look forward to Kim's corner.
Do
I
you?
look forward to Kim's corner. I
Okay.
know Kim is going to be unapologetic. Um, and Unapologetic is on all podcast platforms and all social media platforms. Tell a friend, share, like, love. This hit home.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Not necessarily the cheat. So let me clear that
Yeah.
up.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily the cheat part,
Mm-hmm.
but the disconnect part.
Got it.
It's sad that people would rather stop talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
This is family, this is friends, it might
Yep.
even be a co-worker, whatever, than to actually have a conversation to get things worked out.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Um, it baffles me that it is just hard to do what you and I are doing right now, you know,
Yeah.
and still get along after the fact. I'm not saying, hey, Kim, this didn't happen, but I'm just using this as an example.
Mm-hmm.
Kim voted for Trump. So you know
Mm-hmm.
what? Kim voted for Trump. I'm out of here. Get somebody else in. Or I say, okay, Kim, you know what? We're going to move another direction. I don't want to talk to you no more.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what are your thoughts on this?
I read this and it also the same way with the disconnect part, right? I've lost multiple friends. I've left relationships because people are not capable of having real live honest conversations. I think accountability is hard for a lot of people. And I think that getting involved into a serious conversation where you have to kind of stand in the truth of what you have done or what the other party has done is scary for a lot of people. And I think that's why people avoid it the way that they do. People, like you said, people will cut you off rather than have an actual conversation about what they have done to harm or hurt you. And that's the
Yeah,
crazy part to me.
yeah,
Now, in regard to relationships, I've walked away from relationships because of terrible communication and conversation. Because how can we be adults and be together, but I can't come to you and say, hey, we need to talk about this so we can find out how to get on the other side of it without you shutting me down or cutting me off? Like, absolutely not.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, and it's just this people always want fast money, fast gratification, and you a lot of people end up ruining themselves uh because of this.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure at the end of the day, you can go find another spouse. You can go find another lover. You can go make new friends. But what substance do you have if you are continuously having a revolving door of people around you and not really realizing that you are the problem. That that your lack and failure to communicate
Yeah.
is the problem, and it is going to carry on from this to that to this to that, and it's just like, come on, come on.
Well,
I
Brittany
don't.
made a good point. I would love your thought on this. She says honest conversation is not the same as hard conversations. Do you agree?
Honest conversation is not the
The
same as
same
a
as a
hard
hard
conversation.
conversation. Mm-hmm.
I can definitely differentiate between the two,
Uh-huh.
but I do think that the hardest conversations are the ones that, where honesty is
Is the key.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
and so, and hell, and even, and we think of leaving, people stay. They stay involved too long
Mm-mm.
because they don't know how to communicate.
Yeah. You mean basically staying past the expiration date,
Yes,
knowing good and well y'all shouldn't even be in each other's lives anymore,
yes,
but don't know how to say. Neither person knows how to say it.
yeah,
I think
yeah,
that's terrible,
yeah.
and that's scary because it's like, how long do you keep up the charade? How long do you do that? Like, do you look up 20 years later, despising each other, and be like, I should have left you in my 20s?
Yeah,
Like, that's scary.
yeah, yeah. Um, this was funny because I think recently we talked about um, we talked about something with boyfriend and girlfriend recently, um,
Mm-hmm.
and so do you actually have to ask someone to be your girlfriend or to be your boyfriend, or is it just assumed?
Mm-mm.
I think that the answer to that is, especially today, is yes.
Yes.
Um, because maybe you go back in the day and say, okay, if we sexing, then we go together, or but nowadays people are so disconnected that you have to literally, right? Will you be my girlfriend? Yes or no,
Come on with the
and
boxer.
know that, hey, this is what we are doing. But then again, it doesn't really mean that you are exclusive today.
You gotta have
It's
this. You have to have multiple conversations. So you have to ask, am I your boyfriend or your girlfriend? One. Two, are we exclusive to each other?
yeah,
Three, are we in, not only if I'm in a girlfriend, but are we in a mutual relationship? So you have
yeah,
to ask all three before you
yeah,
can move forward with anything or anyone.
yes. I had a teacher. He said life is determined by the questions one asks. You have to ask questions.
Yes.
Uh, there's so many ways to communicate, especially verbally.
Yes.
You can call, you can text, you can send a voice memo, you can send a DM, and then nonverbal communication too. I mean, it's ways,
Yeah.
so many ways to communicate.
I don't know if you texting someone, will you be my boyfriend or my girlfriend, is the right way to go after a certain age. I think after a certain age, it's two adults sitting down having a conversation saying, hey, is this something that both of us mutually are going to move forward with? And then also, I think it should be the man saying, hey, you are my girlfriend, and this is how we're going to proceed.
Okay.
not a sip. But
I'm claiming 2026. This is 2026,
This is 2026. So I totally agree with you that conversations definitely have to be had. Please do not be out here claiming somebody that is not claiming you.
And then you talked age, I feel like if I was dating, we're not even about to, I think that you have to talk about the sex part. But the whole girlfriend, boyfriend stuff, it's either, we gonna get married or we not, and
what?
if we choose,
now
we
don't need for 2 hours, don't get married, but now all of a sudden we getting married, are you not?
I said, look, that is, I don't really believe in the whole boyfriend, girlfriend. You either gonna be single, or married. Now if you decide to get married, fine. But I'm not about that whole boyfriend girlfriend stuff in your 40s and 50s and 60s and 70s. It's just like this my little this my little friend.
That's your
little friend. This is my little friend right here. We friends. We friends. Now we might be humping, but we just friends, and you can keep it like that. I just, people don't really people are not taking marriage seriously. They are just, it's for the wedding, it's for the pictures, and once that's over with, it's like, we can throw this in the trash.
That's a sad life. If you get married for Instagram and then have to go, don't forget, marriage is 24/7. That means I got to live with you and share space with you, and I don't like you. Let me tell you something. I can't go on a 3-day trip with people that I don't like. But you gonna tell me that I gotta live with you? Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Yeah, but now it's these people bringing in sister wives and and brother husbands and Candy and Todd and Portia.
Portia says she got her woman.
Look, right now.
We
already know what's gonna happen with Portia. Somebody go come sweep her off her feet with some money, a man with some money, or a couple of hot dogs, or a scammer. And then she gonna be back. Then she gonna be back on the other side.
I think her and Dennis is gonna be back together shortly anyway.
Oh wow, okay. Kim, I think that this is a very good topic. And I think that Brittany is watching with us too. And presenting like you're married. We've talked about this here. We done talked about a whole bunch of stuff over these 7 years that we've been doing this here. But, presenting like you are married. I know that I am real big on what you wear, and I think that if you want a relationship, and especially if you want to get to marriage, you present yourself as such. Not let me go out with my things hanging out and my booty cheeks hanging out, and then entice a man with money. I mean, with sex, and then when they don't treat you accordingly, you're like, oh no. I'm trying to get married. No, not dressed like that. The actual factual.
Yeah, I listened to both of her clips and I thought both of her clips were delusional. I really did. The speaking in a monotone and dressing modestly, speaking modestly. Who wants to be with a lie? Like, that's how I totally look at it and take it as, like, I'm going to present exactly who I am. If you cannot, if that's not your cup of tea, then pass me on along. I'm totally fine with that. Don't pick me. But for this theory of me not showing up exactly who I am because like I should be worried about if men are going to think I'm marriage material, I think it's bullshit. I'm sorry. I just do. I don't think that me showing up modestly or talking modestly, as she said, is going to get me a husband. Like, I don't agree with that at all. Now, if she would have said something like, show up. Now, if you are out here with your ass and titties hanging out and that's not you, like if you're out here thinking you're going to bait a man like that, then to me, that's a different conversation. But if I am just putting on clothes, going outside, and you as a man don't deem that I'm dressed modest enough, then that's your opinion. Your opinion don't matter to me. We all have opinions. And then even when she made the comment of like, I'm already cooking, I'm already cleaning, I'm already doing all these things, I'm already taking care of him. Okay, well, why are you divorced? Like, this is what I'm confused about. So like, if you showed up as a wife, if you dressed modestly, if you talked modestly, if you took care of this man before y'all got married, why did y'all get a divorce? Because that's what I'm confused about. Because you're on the internet telling women that this is how they have to present to get a husband, but you couldn't keep the husband doing the exact things that you just told other women do.
Yeah. Socialite B Janae live with us on Instagram. She isn't completely wrong because it will get you a husband and your husband a roster of all the above.
That part, exactly. Yeah, this whole theory of men thinking like women are only out here to get a husband, it really has to go on somewhere. Like, because that is not the goal. Women are not property anymore. Women do not need men to survive. I am not knocking it at all. I think that if you want to be married, I think marriage could be a beautiful thing. But if you are walking into marriage in the sense of like pleasing, your pleasing is never going to be enough for him. And just like that woman sitting on the internet telling you to show up modestly, you'll be divorced.
Women are marrying after 35 seem to be happier and less likely to get divorced, especially if they marry a white man. I just put it all together. Do you agree that waiting till 35 is a good age to marry for men and women?
I don't disagree. I think at 35, I think you've lived, right? I think I've run into so many 30 and 40-year-old divorcees, and this is men and women who basically say, I didn't get to live. I didn't get to experience this. I didn't get to do this in college. I didn't get to do that. I didn't get to go. I didn't get to travel with my friends. I didn't get to do all of these things. And then they're kind of stunted, right? So like then you have like these 40 plus year old men dating 22-year-olds because they're trying to get their 20s back. Or you have like a 40-year-old woman that literally has been married since she was like 19 and like she doesn't know how to date and she doesn't know how to do anything. And so she is, heartbroken because she thinks she's the problem, but she just doesn't know how to function or operate. So most people would say 35 is older. I don't agree with that, but I think this is the same. They said if you meet a man at 35, don't worry, sis, he's just coming off his first divorce. Like that is literally like the saying these days. So I think 35 established, you both have your own, you both have, know what the world is, you've explored. Now you want to come together and build together. I think that's a great thing.
So I'm speaking from experience here because
right.
I got married at 36
and
I proposed at 35, 34, 35. And, the time was right then.
Yeah.
I was in a long-term relationship, and so people would always say, "Oh, well, why you wait this long?" and blah 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 blah. We were ready, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And shit. Even I don't really curse too much on this thing,
You
and
don't.
and to be honest, you know, because we don't have that experience,
Uh-huh.
it affects us today
Yeah.
heavily at times of dating. And,
Mm-hmm.
we still have some of our teenage things that we
Mm-hmm.
do that, we don't accept from one another at 40.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you are 35, you've dated your 20s, you know what you want, you know what you
Yep.
don't want, and you'd be like, okay, this person comes along with, 30, you date for 32, you date for a few years, and bam, you already get married, you get married. I
Yeah.
do think that is the perfect age, especially for a man to get married. They say women mature faster than men. I agree with that. And we also have to kind of take into account that women who want to have kids probably need to try to do that closer to 30,
Yeah.
just from what the medical world says. But I think that this is is good. I think that it's good. Now,
Yeah.
throw white men. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, what I was going to say is, especially with the, starting a family thing. Now, if you are someone that, for instance, knows for a fact, like, I want 3 kids or something like that, you might be looking to marry someone 29, 30 or whatever. So, you'll have all your kids before you hit geriatric pregnancies and stuff like that. I think that's fine. I think the getting married 19, 21, even 25, I just think it's so early. I know more divorced people than I do married people, so I just think that giving each other a chance to live might strengthen the marriage later on, because neither one of you are setting up thinking like, oh, if I wouldn't have been with you, I could have done this. Or if I wouldn't have met you, then I could have met this person. When in reality, I think a lot of people hype themselves up a lot more than they should. Nobody's checking for you. Okay. Like, a man did a study. He said that he was thinking about leaving his girlfriend. Right. And so before he did it, he created like a dating profile for both of them or whatever, just to be funny. And then like the next day, the girl had like 500 notices or whatever, and he had 2. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's this thing, of like, oh, I know for a fact if I go back to the streets, everybody's gonna want me. But like, in that reality check for him, he was just like, oh shit, like, it's not what I think it is out there. Let me take my ass back in this room and shape up. And that's what he did. And I truly think, I know that maybe he thought that was a running joke, but I would tell anyone in a long-term relationship, married, dating, whatever, do that. Like, if you think you're missing something and you think that you leaving the person that you with is going to be better on the other side, create both of y'all a profile and come back 24 hours later and see what's in the profile. I think that should be the standard before you leave.
Yeah, I see that. I think that's funny, but I see the reason why. And first of all,
Yeah.
women are not going to. First of all, most of the time, women are not the first to make the move. So men, they gonna give a damn. They gonna jump in your inbox. They don't care if you're married. They don't care if you got one leg, your one
Let
eye.
me tell you
You know,
something.
you go get.
Women,
Go ahead.
women like we might not comment, but we like fine men's pictures.
Hmm.
If we think you're attractive, no, if the woman might not be in your DM, she might not message you. She's gonna like your pictures.
Mm,
There's a difference.
yeah. Okay. Well, why does the black woman and white man work? We see somebody like Venus Williams and Serena Williams who have went and got them some white men. Eve went and got a white man. I think Halle Berry has got some white men. We know plenty of people went and got a white man. Why does the black woman and the white man work?
Well, one, Halle Berry's husband is black. Maybe the one before him was white. No, he was white. I can't really speak to this because I've never dated a white man, so I'm not gonna speak. Like I've had experience in this. One thing that I will say is that I did listen to an interview of Serena Williams, and she said it was about his approach. Right? She said that she always, had difficulty dating and people talking to her like a real normal person. And she said when Alexia walked up to her, it was normal. Hey, how are you? Been a fan. Oh, you're here with girlfriends. I would love to take you out. And then that was it. They've been together ever since. It was that simple. I'm not trying to say that this is all of these black women's experiences, but every time a black woman is like cornered with this question or anything like that, I've always habitually heard them say it was easy. He made it easy. That's the same thing Eve said in her book. When she met her husband, he knew who she was. She kind of knew who he was. And he walked up, asked her on a date. That was it. And they've been together ever since.
And black men do what?
Not all black men, but I don't know I don't want to say it that way. Sometimes black men do not come very direct. Like with both of these women's experiences, they say the time that they met their husband clocked them, asked them on a date, they start dating, and then they were married. That was it. Like, I personally feel like that's not really the routine when it comes to black men and black women. Sometimes it's, I got to see if she's loyal. I got to see if she'll stay. I got to see what I can put her through. I got to see, if she's going to show up. It's like you get asked on a date, but then you don't realize it, but then you are basically kind of put into an audition. And if you fail the audition, he might not get rid of you, but he might put you down a tier. Like Brittany said, the list, right? So you might go from 4 to 5 or 1 to 2 or something like that. And so I'm not saying that all men do this. What I'm personally saying is that I've met more black women jumping through hoops with black men than I have black women married with white men.
Brittany is agreeing with you. He came from across the pond to get her, referred to Eve.
Yeah.
I really want to put this to the test. I want to know if I'm putting my wife through the hoops.
Okay.
Because I hear this almost on a weekly basis.
I bet.
I hear on the Unapologetic Podcast.
So I'm the only woman that feels this way. I'm the only woman that feels this way. Got it.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. And I feel like I'm easy like Sunday morning.
Oh, okay.
So I don't think my wife would agree with that. Too many black men want to be chased.
Yeah.
So you can prove your worth being put in a place. White men take pride in their interests and investments.
That's it. White men do not play. Like, I'm not being facetious with this. I've worked in corporate America now a very, very long time. And when I tell you, I will see a white man step in single, clock what he wants, clock what she's going to be to it, bam, grab her right out the, paralegal pool, marry her. A year later, he back, she at home with the baby. Like, they do not play. Like, once they clock you as an investment, just like Brittany said, once they think like, Oh no, like she can add value. I don't give a damn if he don't love her, he don't nothing. If she fits the part and she can add value, that's his wife right then. No years, no nothing. Like they snatching it up right away. And then, not trying to be funny, Venus and Eve told the same story. I mean, Serena and Eve told the same story. That's exactly what they husbands did. Clocked them, seen the investment, boom, took them off the market.
Yeah. That's a good conversation.
I
It's a
think
good
so. I think we should
conversation
definitely circle
because
back.
it is, you all like to use the word trauma.
Okay.
And so I know that most Black people, but Black men are not very trusting. And so I can see where you say, get put through the ringer, put to the test, testing loyalty. Um, and I think it has a lot to do with what we saw as kids and things that other women do that be like, okay, if she doing this, then she doing it too,
And honestly,
Um,
again, if you're going to hold someone that you want to be with to another standard because something that you've seen growing up, or even that you've seen and you're like, boy, let's just say it's your guy's girl or something like that, leave me alone. I didn't put in an application. This is not a job interview. If just like in the beginning, if I miss one of the questions in the very beginning before I even turn in my resume, shred my resume. I don't want to be on the 16 job interview process. I don't want to do it. I don't want to come in 16 times to see if I'm going to be a right fit for the job.
so do you also feel like, okay, if you have done something, I'm talking about Kim, if Kim has
Yeah.
done something in the past in the relationship that is possibly a red flag, and you all try to work through it and it takes some time, no?
No. Because if I've done something that you deemed a red flag and you do not show up as an adult to talk to me about it, don't bring it up. And if we cannot converse as adults and you don't want to consider therapy for us to go talk about it, don't talk to me about it. Those are the only two options. We're not going to go back and forth. You're not going to use it against me every day. Either we're going to talk about it, get over it, or move on, or we need to go our separate ways.
uh,
That's it.
I get it.
Mhm.
Brittany, why did you run away from your Caucasian comforts? And she says that Black men don't like to use the word trauma, just like they don't like to use condoms. All pleasure, no pain. All autonomy, no accountability.
My God. Jesus. That right there, people, is the Brittany Janae. Clock in, okay? If you want some real advice, clock in, honey, okay? Yikes. All right. Woo. That was a word.
And shout out, Jackie and I say this all the time. Shout out to the people who leave.
Amen. Please
when
leave.
you can leave a relationship because you are not treated
Not
the way
happy.
you want to be treated.
Yes.
Shout out to you. Sometimes it's hard,
No.
Sometimes it's hard.
Being miserable is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, being miserable is hard.
That's interesting. Kim, tell us about this. What are your thoughts on this? Yeah.
I agree with her. You want to know what's so crazy? I read this and then I watched the video and people were like coming at her and stuff like that. I don't hug men. Like, I try to make it a point. Like, don't get me wrong, men will reach for me and try to hug me and stuff like that. But like, I will try to give a side hug quickly. Like being in the studio and like stuff like that. Like, to me, it's a bit different. Like I'm in a structured environment, you're there. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel uncomfortable in any way when men walk into the studio and hug me or anything like that. But like, especially out, like one, if I walk up to a couple, especially a couple I know, I only hug the wife. Only. Now, like, I'll throw out my hand or I'll pat you on the back or something like that when it comes to men. But like, I don't fully just walk up and start hugging on men. I've never been that way. I don't know why this is not really like known or whatever, but I think it's the comfort level of how you know the man as well, right? So like, I'm never going to walk up to one of my friends' husbands and just throw my entire body on them. Like, I'm just not going to do that. If you're introducing me to your husband, I'm not going to hug him. I'm going to shake his hand. So I just personally think those are just preferences for me. But, you know, I guess this is a thing because she felt like she needed to get on the internet and talk about it.
You know, I don't. I had to think about it, and
Okay.
I don't. You know, I'm moody, so I mean, sometimes I don't have to hug. I don't have to. I really don't like. I don't like shaking hands anymore because I don't know
Yeah.
where your hands been.
Oh,
Um,
Lord.
so I try to just. It's okay for me not to be hugged or give a hug or a handshake. You know, men
Yeah.
usually, oh, what's up? I ain't got to do all that. Hey, how you
Right.
doing? Okay. But you know, I don't. If I give a hug, I'm not really. You don't really pay attention to breast. You know, when you give a
Oh,
hug.
okay. Yeah.
For me, for me,
Okay.
evidently, some men must pay
In order
attention
for her to
to
say this, right?
for breast,
Yeah.
and some women lead
Yeah.
with breast. You know, um, my question to you is:
Mm-hmm.
when you give hug, men, now I've seen this where a man will put his hand.
That gets on my nerves. Yeah. That's why, like I said, I will side. I would like that. It's not even, but like for me, it's where men place their hands. Like if when they go in to hug you, right? Like respectfully, my back is up here. You know what I mean? I don't need you like coming around my waist, giving me a hug. That annoys me. I'm gonna be completely honest. But again, like I said, that's why for me, if I'm giving a man a hug, like it's in a structured setting. Like people related to the show and like people that I've been right, I'll side hug you all day. Like if I give you a
But
full on hug,
I've seen men even with the side hug, that side hug be around your waist.
yes, yes, and it gets on my nerves. Your hand should be here, not here.
But it
So
doesn't seem like it's something that in the initial hug phase, when you
yeah,
meet somebody or you see somebody, that they really, you know, they check you right then and there.
yeah,
You
no,
know, it's just like they just let it go that first time. Now that
yeah.
second time, what happens the second time? You might have to say something.
See, yeah, me, I don't need a second hug. You know, those people that like try to hug you twice, like they'll come in and hug you and then want to hug you when they leave. You know, I don't know if you noticed it or not, but when people are leaving the studio, I'm standing on the other side waving. Like, all
Mm-hmm.
right, then, y'all, thank you so much, or whatever, like that. So, like I said again, like I understand exactly what this woman is saying. Like, especially when it comes to somebody's husband. Just to me, to be respectful, just keep your hands to yourself. Again, like I said, this changes if you know the husband, right? Like if you and the husband grew up together, whatever, this, that, and the third, and like you were friends with him before he got married or something like that, please still be respectful. But of course, y'all dynamic is going to be different because, like, more than likely, it's like, oh, that's like my brother. You know what I mean? But like, if you just met this man and you are meeting him through his wife, hug the wife and shake his hand.
Socialite B. Janae, I ran away from her white Caucasian comforts because I wasn't ready and I didn't trust them, even though I deserved everything they wanted to do, give me. I don't. I just whenever people talk about what somebody else can do for them and give, it just comes off as just so superficial and gold
It's
digger and
not
shallow
give.
like that. My friends' husbands are my friends too. It's never been a disrespectful gesture on my part, and my women friends know that.
See, I think
Um,
that's the difference. I think
yeah.
I think this lady was speaking more from first time interactions, right? Like
Mhm.
she is whoever these women are or whatever are just walking full up like hugging on her husband. And I personally think if you do not have a relationship with the couple, then you should not be hanging, hugging all over this man in front of his wife.
Yeah, and because men not slick, they
Right.
they purposely put their hand in that crevice part, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and it's just like, all right, so like I've said it, I'll be like, all right, now watch your hand,
Let
um,
it go.
I'll say it here. It don't matter. It don't have to be my wife. It could be my mom. It could be Brittany. Hell, I'll be like, all right, now that's enough.
Let
Because
go.
yeah, yeah. So I understand where she coming from. I didn't really think of it from a female perspective,
Yeah.
but I definitely get it now. I do.
Yeah. Just, be respectful. And
Mhm.
again, hands here, not here. Just here.
Yeah,
Up.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think we talked about this before, actually. Uh, that you're not going to Kiera Shear's house. She's
And
not,
I agree with her. I don't know why everybody's so mad at her and why this keeps resurfacing all the time. Uh, I am married. No, you cannot stay in my house with me and my husband. Go find somebody else to do it. Ain't that what that woman told her when she asked to take the picture? No, go find somebody else to do it.
you know
Absolutely not.
what? I appreciate the fact that she's open about this, and
Yeah.
uh, because just the same, that's gonna hug your husband like that to be the same one you done let in your house, and even though it's still on your husband, that's first and foremost to let it go further than what it needs to go, but yeah, you got to watch your friends too. Why bring the unnecessary drama? If he look at you the wrong way, or he go down to the refrigerator, you on the couch, you know, take your ass home.
Look,
Go get you a
I don't know the
hotel.
full details, but a TikToker just lost a lawsuit. A woman sued her because she moved into her house. They was all friends, okay? And then the woman's husband left her and ended up with the YouTuber, and she sued her ass and won for 1.2 million.
What? Well, come, somebody, come on, somebody.
Only in certain states. You don't remember
Uh,
when this happened to Fantasia?
mhm, mhm, mhm.
Boom. Okay.
Yeah,
Y'all better
yeah.
leave
But
these women.
Illinois got some crazy stuff too.
Oh, okay.
Um, so I gotta make sure that. Yeah. Um, do you want me to trust the man or the woman? Trust no one. Brittany live on
Oh my
Instagram.
God. No,
Trust no
that's
one.
not
Yeah,
trust.
trust
No,
no one.
trust and understand. Just understand. And to me, like I said, I just think it's about knowing the situation. I think this woman was speaking from women who did not know her husband personally, walking up to him, like embracing him in a hug, like, hi. It's like, no, I'm introducing you to my husband. You can shake his hand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. No need to go into these people's house.
Yeah.
You have to respect marriages, regardless of what people say.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just best to just remove yourself from situations.
You
You
shouldn't want
know,
to live in a married couple's house anyway. You got another place to go.
go to a hotel.
Yeah.
Um, you know, Yeah, I'm with Kiara Sheard on this, and I'm just with keeping the drama down. You
Yeah.
know, just let's not even allow anything to be said or to happen, to be misinterpreted, to be deemed a pass,
Yeah.
or something sexual and it's not. It's just like, look,
Like I
and
said,
but
you got other places to go.
a lot of people don't. Kim, it's just a lot of people just don't know how to prevent certain things. They just okay with letting stuff happen, and then apologizing,
I
or
don't
or trying to forgive and restore. Just
know.
prevent certain things.
I don't know if I
Candy
believe
and
that.
Candy and Todd, don't introduce certain things, certain people to your home, to your
Mm-hmm.
marriage, if you really, really want it to work.
Okay.
Um, I think that Kiara is saying that here. Kim, we got to stop before we get to 2 hours because we won't be able to generate any clips. So,
You
uh,
read my mind.
yeah, it is. It has been fun having you back and being back, and we got a couple of weeks left, and then we'll go to Christmas break, season
Yeah.
15 of the Unapologetic Podcast. We are live, we are unscripted, and we got some good stuff tonight. The latest in entertainment and current events with the actual and factual Kim Smith, and here on Kim's Corner. Follow us, like us, share on all podcasts and social media outlets. Kim, safe travels back to the great South, and the roads. It just won't stop snowing.
Oh my goodness. You know it's supposed to be like two. I know this might be the country in me, but y'all better leave y'all sinks dripping tonight.
I was supposed to go down low, huh?
Two. Yeah. High of 17 tomorrow.
All righty. All
Yeah.
right. Well, we out.
Good night.